Hi everyone, and welcome back to week number 4 of our Letters from Jerusalem event here at Community Christian Church. My name is Hope Lovick, and I am the Children's Director here at the church. So this week, we are, our story today, our letter is from the time of when Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane. And so I thought, again, what better place to film this intro than in our church prayer room here at the church. So we are happy that you are joining us today. We hope that you have enjoyed the last few weeks and that you will continue to be in God's Word as you get to reflect more and more about the Easter story. And we hope that you have a great week, and we will see you guys back next week.
Letter reading with Miss Annette.
Oh, I think that's someone at the door. Go see who's at the door, Matthew. Thank you.
Oh, it's mail, a new letter.
A new letter? Oh my goodness. Look at that. What's that? Who's that from? Hold on. Oh, this is from Peter. I hope everything's okay with Andrew and John. Let's see what's going on. Dear family, I pray this letter finds you doing well. I was doing well, but after what happened tonight, maybe truly shaken to the core. Oh my gosh, what's going on over there? After we finished the Passover meal with Jesus, he led us to the Garden of Gethsemane, and it was nighttime, and it was all quiet in the garden. Oh, and it was such a peaceful place to be, but at night, what are they doing? Jesus told all of us to sit in the garden while he went to pray, and then he asked me, James, and John to go further into the garden with him and help watch while we prayed. He also said that his soul was overwhelmed with sadness to the point of death, and that made us sad too. We have not seen Jesus be sad very many times while we have been with him. We weren't sure why he was sad, but he asked us to keep watch and pray. And well, we tried, but our stomachs were so full from having eaten the Passover meal, and it was nighttime, and he asked us to sit down and pray, but we couldn't keep our eyes open, and we all fell asleep. Oh my gosh. Would you have fallen asleep?
Yeah.
Me too. Oh man, I bet they felt bad though. When he returned, they could tell he was a little frustrated with us, and he couldn't believe that we'd fallen asleep when all he asked us to do was watch and pray. And he looked directly at me and he said, "Couldn't you men keep watch with me for 1 hour?" Oh man, he says he felt so bad. "What was wrong with me?" he said. "Why couldn't I do the thing Jesus asked me to do?" So he left again and went to pray and asked us to pray as well. And guess what we did? You won't believe what this says, Matthew. They fell asleep again. I just can't believe it. It was so hard to stay awake and pray. He came back and woke us up again and told us to pray. Now you would think that after 2 times of falling asleep, we wouldn't do it again. But they did. Yes. He came back a 3rd time and found us sleeping. This time he told us to get up because the hour had come and his betrayer was here. Oh my gosh. His betrayer was here in the garden. We quickly got up and we wanted to find out which one of us was going to be the one to betray Jesus. All of a sudden, there was a large crowd of men with clubs and swords coming towards us. And in that crowd was Judas Iscariot. Judas. He's our friend. Why would he do this? He came up to Jesus and kissed him and said hello to him. And Jesus told him to do what he came here for. And then the soldiers were in the crowd and seized Jesus and arrested him. They were treating him like he was a criminal. That made me really angry. And so I took out my sword, the sword of a soldier. Peter doesn't have a sword. He took the soldier's sword and he cut off the ear of one of the servants. I thought I would show them that nobody would mess with Jesus. Well, Jesus didn't like that. I did that, and he told me to put away the sword. Then he took the ear I had cut off. Oh my gosh, this is terrible, Matt. And he placed it back on the servant, and he healed him. Whew, close call on that one. That was another amazing miracle, but yet nobody seemed to care that he did that. Jesus explained to all of us that he could easily call on God to send more than 12 legions of angels to protect him. But if he did that, then the scriptures would not be fulfilled the way they were supposed to be. It was a crazy turn of events. What started out as a peaceful prayer time in the Garden of Gethsemane turned into a very sad event as Jesus being betrayed by one of our own and then being arrested. Oh my gosh, how could Judas Iscariot do something like that? Why would he turn against Jesus, who had done nothing but love him? It makes no sense. When Jesus was led away, we didn't know what to do, so we all fled and deserted him. We were so scared, and I guess we were afraid of what might happen to us. Running seemed like the only option. Please pray. We are all so scared of what is going to happen to Jesus. This is not fair. He's done nothing but love and help others. I will keep you posted. Love to all, Peter. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. We need to pray. I don't know what's going to happen next, Matthew. This is getting kind of hard. These letters are getting worse and worse.
Memory verses for Pastor Mike.
Hi kids, this is week number 4. And how are you doing with memorizing these verses? Hopefully you're strong and you're memorizing them all. Here's the 4th one. Matthew 26:41. And the verse says, "Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Okay, get on this. Have a good week. Bye.
12 times of Miss Hope.
Okay, so for today, guys, pull out your story, your Bible story, and if you have, there's extra kids, make sure you guys pull out all the papers. We're gonna draw the story, a picture of what you guys would think when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane. So you guys are gonna draw that, and then also you have in your packet, you have a bookmark. So what you're gonna do is you want to color that. I believe there's only one bookmark per packet, which is fine because it's a great thing for maybe all of you guys to help either color the one bookmark or make additional bookmarks. So have fun doing that. And then you have the other activities in your packet that you can feel free to read. Some of the supplies are provided, like the notebook for the bedtime prayer journal, which would be a really great thing to do, to have a journal that you can kind of write down some of your prayers and write down praise when actually those things get answered. So go ahead, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on the drawing and the other activities you guys can do on your own during this week.
Snack time with Mrs. Holiday.
Okay guys, we're on week 4 today, and I hope you've been watching our other cooking shows here in Mario's Kitchen. And we have today a story about Jesus going to the Garden of Gethsemane, and this represents that. I have a big olive tree in my front yard, and I always think of the Garden of Gethsemane and prayer then. But back in the day, the monks, there were some monks, and they wanted to have something that represented the children praying, so they made pretzels. And that's how we get our pretzels today, is because they represent children sitting and praying. So today our recipe is, you want to have milk chocolate or some kind of chips, chocolate chips, or you can use almond bark, which is white also. And you can, then you have some pretzels, you have some sprinkles, parchment paper, and we have to take our chocolate, and we want to put it in, well, I'm putting it in a double boiler. This is a double boiler, which you have water, and then you put a pan, and it melts the chocolate. And so that's probably what I'm using. You can use a microwave, which is just as good. You just have to watch it very carefully. So I'm putting in the chocolate now, and then we aren't putting in much because I'm not making a whole lot. And I've got the water boiling. And you stir this around until it gets kind of where it's workable. And it takes a little bit of time. So again, you have to be kind of patient in this, kind of patient. So then you get it kind of wet like that, or melted. And remember, this is representing prayer because of the pretzels. So you take this off the double boiler, and it's kind of hot, so you might not be doing this. Your mom might be doing this. And you have the chocolate here that's kind of melted, and you take the pretzel and you get it down in that chocolate and coat it really good. Ouch. It's hot. So you do that pretzel kind of coaty like that. And then you take it and put it on the parchment paper. Also, if you don't have parchment paper or foil or anything like that to put down, if you have the inside of a cereal box and it's made of wax paper, I use it all the time. You get the wax paper when you're done with your cereal box and you rip it apart, clean it, and just dust it off, and it works perfect for like parchment paper. So we're going to put these out here. We're going to do a couple because the person filming this probably would like to have one. Because why waste the chocolate, huh? When we're doing this, it's kind of messy actually, but you just do it the best you can. Now they suggest you using the almond bark. Personally, I don't even know where you get almond bark. Oh, my assistant says Walmart. So if you really want them white and have like white chocolate, which I love white chocolate, but we are just doing this for an example. Remember, what does it represent? It represents praying. Children praying, actually. And then, to make it pretty, I have sprinkles here. They're kind of Christmassy. But you know what? They're kind of pretty. And you can sprinkle them on. I've got white here on one. That looks cool. And then we can have, let's see, let's do these with the green, red, and all those. So, look at, they don't come out real good. But we do those, and then we'll do red. Whoop! That one came out good. And the thing of it is, don't let your chocolate get too dry. Because if it dries too fast on your thing, it's going to be sort of hard to have it stick. So then we just take this and we just lean those right over there on the little plate. And you're going to have a neat little snack reminding you of the time when Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane and prayed. Remember he prayed there and the disciples fell asleep and he was just really having a rough time praying to the Lord about his... So I will taste one of these. See how yummy they are? Yep, they're yummy. Well, I'll say goodbye until week 5. Have a great week.
Here we go. The Bible, yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the Word of God. The Bible, the Bible, yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the Word of God. The Bible. I hope you enjoyed that song, boys and girls. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Okay? Bye.
Bye-bye.